Hello, so I'm really firing out these videos today, but I need to get this out of my system because when it comes to mental health and feeling good about yourself, you need to stand up to what you believe in. And those who think that because they do something and the whole world has to follow, they are not people who are worthy of listening to, because they think that because they don't do it, no one should do it. Now let me tell you, and all the people you know, I've just got another one that I've didn't know. Let me ask you, of all the people you know, are all of them the same? Do they have the same hair? Do they have the same eyes? Do they have the same shape of face? Are some of them tall? Are some of them small? Are they, do they have a different colour skin? At the end of the day, stop listening to those who think that because they do something, you have to do the same. Because you do not. These are people who are ignorant to the rest of the world because they think they're right all the time, when in fact they're wrong. People who abuse and bully will do anything they can to get at you, and they will use every trick in the book, but you can always tell when they're running out of ammunition, because they will find just anything to put on you. Now, I am working for myself and I'm earning my own money, and even that gets judged. I just want to lie. Yet it still gets judged. I'm fed up of, what I've realised? That being a judgmental person is not a good trait, because they are ignorant to the fact that people are different. If we would all have to run a marathon one day in our life, but there's people who know they can do it, and there's people who know that they just don't have the right mindset to do it. Now, does that make that person wrong because he doesn't want to run a marathon? Of course he doesn't. It's his choice. Is he hurting anybody by not running a marathon? Of course not. It's his decision. And my money is my own, and I do not like people telling me how I should spend it. Now, I listen to people on YouTube who teach about, about how they've saved money to see what helps people, and it has, because they're just giving you tips and information of what's helped them. But it doesn't mean that it will work for you, but they put it out there, so if it is helpful to you, it's there to listen to. When you have people who are now these are people who abuse and bully lots of the time because of the fact that they don't like it when there's people who do things off their own back that are different for them, and they just go about their life and they always do their own thing, and I've always been that person. Yet, that gets judged. And I stick by the commandment that you should judge those how you wish to be judged. Now, if I spoke to these people and said, "Oh, I don't like your hair. I don't like what you do for a living. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I don't like the way you eat your food." How would they like it? I don't care about how other people spend their money. But if I find that something's helpful to me that I can apply in my way of living, then I will do it. But I don't like being forced to do something when, at the end of the day, it's not something that is because they don't do it. Well, I don't care what they do. I don't care how they spend their money. If they tell me, "Well, I've just bought a Lamborghini and I'm going travelling," I'll be like, "Oh, well, fair enough. Just make sure you're safe and have a nice time." But you do it, and it's like, what are you doing that for? Don't spend that much money. Don't do that. And don't buy those clothes. Don't buy your son a scooter, because apparently Very are now selling illegal scooters, and you know, and it's, oh, don't breathe that air, no. And now, like, I was COVID, it was like, oh, stay in, you can't travel anywhere, you can't get on a bus, you know, you have to, you know, I was even told off by sitting in the park. And now that I'm not going out, it's like, what, have you been out? And I was like, no, because we are still in lockdown, and you know, the weather's been mixed, and I choose when I go out, not when somebody dictates it. You know, I hate being dictated to, and they are the people that are the abusing bullies, because they think that they just want to control every aspect of everyone, because they fear not having any control, because they fear that if they don't control you, then you're going to do your own thing, which scares the shit out of them. But don't let it stop you, because at the end of the day, the more they keep trying to, you know, jab, I'm just going to keep wanting to move on and do my own thing and not give them the time of day at all, you know. Always do what you believe in, not what somebody else believes in. So basically, you know, I believe in God. I do pray. I have gone to church, but you know, there's people who don't believe in God at all, and I don't say, oh, well, that's wrong. You know, how do you expect to live? You know, and at the end of the day, it's up to people what they want to believe in. If they don't believe in God, that's fine. God doesn't hold it against them. He just sees that they, you know, they've obviously, you know, they see things very differently. Now, if they, you know, if that's how they think, and they use it against to hurt somebody, then that's different. But if it's that they just don't believe in God because they've not seen a sign where they feel you know, it changed their mind, then that's up to them. I'm not gonna say, well, I think you should believe in God, you know, because it's up to that person what they want to do. You know, let people live how they wish to live. You know, some people like to live on a boat. Some people like to live in a flat. Some people like to live in a house. Does it make it wrong? Of course it don't. It's how they want to live. So who are you to judge other people how they wish to live, when all you want to do is you focus on other people instead of focusing on yourself? You know, look yourself in the mirror. You know, how would you like it if, you know, you were told, oh, don't buy that house, no, don't buy it, you know what I mean, because, you know what I mean, why should you live there, you know? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, well, fair enough, if you want to live there, that's fine. No problem. No issue whatsoever. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. If it's your own money, that's fine. My money is my own money. You know, and they're trying to make it, it's not, it bloody is, because I've seen it, you know, I'm just putting it in a place that it can't get hold of, and that bothers people who do that as well, because that's the thing, they know that you're letting go of them, and they are fearing it, because they know that when they let you go, you're going to be off having the life that you've always wanted, and they are fearing that, because they know that you know, you're living you're living truthfully, and they are living in a lie. And that's what bothers them. They hate the fact that you are taking control of your own life. And a lot of people, in my last video, where they will use mental health as a way to say, oh, but you're not strong enough. You know, it's like, excuse me, but are you in my head? Have you got the same bones as me? Have you, you know, is your hair the same colour as mine? No. You know, I do not care how people live their life as long as it's not out to hurt anyone. I'm not out to hurt anyone. You know, all I'm doing is what I've enjoyed since I was a kid, writing, and I'm getting paid for it, and that's wrong. They don't believe that. They don't even believe that I've got a boyfriend. But, you know, that's what you've chosen to believe, you know? And I don't say things just for the sake of it. I've never been that sort of person in my life, and they know it, and that's why they judge it, okay? They judge it because they fear the truth, as I said in the last video. They don't like facing the truth. And when it's in front of them, they want to demolish it because they don't want to hear the truth. And that is because I don't live in fear. I live with ambition and drive. I am, I do my own thing, and that's what really bothers them, because they know that I'm gonna flourish where they are gonna fail, because all they want to do is control everything under the sun, because they are covering over the fact that they use it to abuse and control people, because they think they have to control everything under the sun, and they're not. It's because they fear not having control, because they know that they have to admit to what they are, and they want to take it out on you, because they see that you're doing something that they could never do, because they don't have the heart to do it, because they want to troll, they want to hack, they want to do everything they can without without the truth way of living. They want to live in a place where it's playing games and scoring points, and I'm not about that. I don't like game playing. I don't like point scoring, because as soon as it's there, I want to stay away. Now, I had two options when my marriage failed. It was either here or in Epsom, and I wasn't in a happy relationship, and I thought that the people that I thought would support me in that didn't take my side at all, and I was a bit like, wow. But when you split up, when your marriage ended, I was, it was difficult to deal with, and I stayed away for a bit, but I wasn't like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Well, what did that other person do to you? And at the end of the day, a marriage ends for a reason, because it's either they're both not happy or one person not happy, and you should never be living a lie. That's how I see it. If you're not happy with something in your life, and you know that you can change it, because everybody has the right to feel and be happy. So why should that be judged? Why should that be questioned? Why? Because somebody likes to spend their money on makeup, and you don't. Why is it perceived to be wrong? Why can't I? Because people who in control want to look at everything in your life, and I'm keeping my finances at bay, because I seen that there's people being helping themselves, and even that's going to probably be questioned, but I don't care. I want to talk about it because it has happened, and I'm putting it. It's in a place that's safe. Now we can get hold of it, and if I want to spend it, I will. I know the people who do it know me to be someone who doesn't recklessly spend. I don't. I kind of go on a kind of like a time where I will buy a change of the clothes and that, but when I get into my new place, which is going to be happening, but it does take a while to move, I will be having to declutter, because it's something I do, but at the end of the day, if I want to live in, if I want more clothes, then that's my choice. But I've never been somebody who's recklessly spent money. I felt that I was, but actually no, I just, I do invest money rather than spend it on things I don't need, and if I have spent it, it's because I wanted that item, and that shouldn't be questioned. I don't question them how they spend their money, so it's their own, I don't question how they, that they get a train rather than a bus, it's up to them. Stop trying to, just because it's not the norm to you. No, be normal, and the word perfect are words which everybody has their own perception of how they see those words. Same with the word success, just because that's how you see the word doesn't mean other people do. And some people say that they do believe that people are perfect. Well, I actually don't think they are. People aren't all perfect, but that's why they are the way they are. We've all made mistakes in life, but should it be judged? No. As soon as you start hitting somebody on the head with a mallet, they're just going to want to say, I'm going to live, what I mean? And, and then they say, oh, you're on your own. And I'm like, great. That's music to my ears. So I want to be, on my own. And I can't wait to, be in my new home. And that's what they fear. That's what people who do that, they fear more than you, because they fear that they're not gonna have that control over you anymore, and it scares the shit out of them, because then they're having to face the truth of that they've actually driven that person away, and have not, made them become closer to you. It's just made them stay away and not get and made them more to not giving you the time of day, you know, because when I don't like somebody, I've had, you know, and I've lost respect for them, I just don't give them the time. Because I think, why should I? You know, all you want to do is drive people down, and I'm not interested in that. You know, I want to be with people who've got the same, you know, where they want people, leave people to live how they wish to live, you know. And I think it would be a much better world if people stop judging, and start living, you know. Let people live, you know. Just because somebody lives in a tent doesn't mean the whole world has to, but it's how they wish to live, you know. It may not be an ideal situation for one person, but that's up to them. Now, who are you to tell people how to think, you know? And so yeah, so I just wanted a video because, you know, if you're, you know, being nitpicked a lot, then it's just them because they want to gain control and they know they're losing control. And just keep fighting. I know it can be draining at times, but they just need to be battered away, you know. And they will give that when they know that you've moved on, and they come into the room and they see that you're not there. That's when it's going to hit home to them. That, yeah, we let something good go there. But am I going to lose sleep when that happens? No, not at all. In fact, I'm looking forward to the change. And so, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.